So today, really, we got a lot of exciting news regarding FO Golf. I mean, I don't even know where to start, but I do want to start with one interesting an accident that happened to me last Friday. It's probably one of the most freakish, weirdest accident that, I mean, I don't think it would happen in a million years. Okay, so last Friday night I had to go to ER. I had to go to emergency room to Emory Hospital. I had to go to ER. What happened? I injured my eye, my left eye. Okay, so I had a I can never say that word correct. Jason, help me out here. Don't count on you.
I don't even know what that word is.
So anyway, it's corneal. I think I said it right. Oh my God, I think I said it right. Corneal abrasion. So basically, what happened was, I mean, again, if a lot of you guys are watching this, and if you're teaching your son and daughter putting, especially putting, okay. So I was doing a lesson. My student was like maybe 9 years old. I mean, he's this high, right? So we're doing a putting. So he had his putter on the ground. He's got a ball that he lined it up, right? So what I did was I said, okay, let me see your alignment. So I looked down on it. So I'm on here. He's holding the putter. He's standing over here. And I don't know what happened, what's got into him. He just decided to go like this with his arm like this. Right? So I'm standing over here. He went like that. And so the end of the putter hit my eye. So, man, it was painful. Okay? It was painful. And as crazy as it sounds, and when it happened around last Friday around 3:30, and I still have lessons, so I was wearing my sunglasses. I had one eye open, one eye closed, and I did maybe 3 more hours of lessons. I told my wife, she said, "You crazy, you should have gone to the ER right away when that happens." I didn't know, I mean, I just say it hurts. So I think I got pretty high pain tolerance. So went to the ER, put ice on, we checked everything. So again, good thing this part is rubbery. So I definitely have a corneal abrasion. And so it happened Friday, right? Went to the ER, got a lot of medications, and then stay home. My wife said, "You're not gonna go to work tomorrow, Saturday." So I stay home all day Saturday, watch Squid Game. So I don't know if you guys know that show. It's pretty famous right now on Netflix. Watch Squid Game all day. So that's probably my one and only binge watching a TV show. I've never done that. So, and I was watching Squid Game with one eye. So I was watching the show the whole day. Saturday, it looked like this. So anyway, so if you guys teaching your daughter and teaching your son putting, be careful. It can happen, It's one of the freakish accident. It just happens. So I'm all good now. So just went to check with the doctor today. We dilated my eyes, and it actually just got better. So everything's cool. So that was one crazy thing that, it just, like I say, it had never happened to me before. And also today we're very excited, and we actually have, you can see it, we got to thank Jason, my partner. We got a camera crew here today is doing the filming for us. Thank you, Panchal. So they're doing a documentary regarding FO Golf, Energy First, Impact Later. So thank you, everybody. So this is very exciting. Now again, the reason why they're doing the documentary for us is because they also play golf, and that's how they finalized on YouTube channel. And then we definitely have some more exciting news. We are looking for a retail space. We want to start to have our own office. You know, right now we're just in a, you know, this is a personal home studio, and we want to have our own retail space, and we want to promote the brand in a different way, or really, I would say the second phase of FO Golf, Energy First, Impact Later, Energy First Golf. So that's very exciting. Really, we wanted to do that sometime in, I think what, Jason, sometime in 2019 or 2020?
Yeah, pre-COVID, before we were looking at commercial space.
So before COVID was hitting, like 2020 in January?
2019, like end of 2019.
Right. So we were looking for like, you know, industrial space, warehouse, and then everything hits, so everything shuts down. Then we kind of gave up on that plan for a while because, you know, it just COVID. So now, you know, everybody, hopefully things getting back to normal a little bit. And then, actually, let me help you guys a little bit. I just had to unplug a wire. It's crossing the wire. So anyway, and what we're doing right now is renew that plan, getting a location. We're gonna put simulators. We're gonna hire coaches, promote the FO Golf brand. So it's very exciting. We're getting really busy, and also we might also this winter time we might also do some traveling to Vancouver, to Seattle, to LA, to Texas, or even to someone called me today from Maryland that actually operates a golf course that wanted me to visit. So I mean, we just got a lot of good news. So just want to throw out there, and really, again, none of this could happen without your support. So thank you very much for, you know, stay with us and watching FO Golf, learning golf from us. So today, really, we have a topic today. This is something, it just drives me crazy. Like, you know, how many times when I teach golf lessons, people go, man, I was working on something last week and it worked like a charm, but it did not work today, right? Like if every time I will hear that, I'll make, if I make $1 every time I hear that, I'll be a billionaire. I mean, I hear that all the time. You know, someone would say that, and someone would go, man, I think I find this new thing, it's gonna work really well. And the next day I see him, and it didn't work. So this type of thing happens literally every day to all of your amateurs that are learning how to play golf. You know, I hear it all day long, you know, it works today, it didn't work yesterday, and I'm shooting 80s today, I'm shooting 100s the next day, you know. So a lot of people will go, man, I thought it worked, you know, last week, you know, maybe I'm doing something different, you know, it just doesn't work today. So it's always the same thing, like it works now, it doesn't work, right? And to be honest with you, so then I say to Joe, I say, well, look, I mean, are you learning golf like a dead clock's right twice a day mentality? Joe's like, what do you mean, dead clock's right twice mentality? I'm like, well, you know, when you have a dead clock hanging on the wall that's not moving, it still tells correct time twice a day, right? But it's not functional. He's like, well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, because I guess it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. And then I say, Joe, look, with our teaching system, because what you guys always looking for is say, I want to be more consistent. Yeah, a dead clock is very consistent. It's right twice a day. Okay, it's got right time twice a day. It's consistent, but it's dead. It's not working. Okay. The problem is that the stuff that you did last week worked. It might be just a dead cloud right twice a day kind of thing, and this week it doesn't work because it's dead, because it's never correct if you're looking for something that's consistent. Because when you say consistency or consistent, a lot of times really it has to do with not necessarily the movement of a skill, right? I mean, what we're talking about, energy first and impact later, we preach that you, as a learner, learn this game, learn it, harness the proper energy, and then control it. Okay? We never want you to be consistent. That's not the way you play golf. You want to play golf with control. I mean, when you're looking at a ball right now, I mean, the truth is, anybody who play any type of ball, you're controlling the spin of the ball. That way, you're controlling where the ball is going. Unless you're playing basketball when you dunk it. Okay? If you dunk the basketball, you're not controlling the spin. You see what I'm saying? So, we don't want you to learn golf based on a dead clock is right twice mentality. And you should not have that type of mentality. Because when you have that type of mentality, you will always be in a fog. You will always be in a confused state. Because how can you know something is right if it works today or it doesn't work tomorrow? And also, how can you collect data and experience knowing that this game that you try to learn and you try to perfect, that you're collecting correct data? Because the truth is, most amateurs out there, when you guys pick this game up, you know now if you have playing this game for 20, 15, 10, 5 years, you always wonder yourself or ask yourself, how can I am not getting any better? And the truth is, what is better? Like, how will you define what is better in golf? So today, I want to share a term that I've never shared on the channel, but it's always there. But today I'm going to share with you. If you guys remember, we talked about when you learn golf, there's 3 stages of learning golf. But there's actually one final stage. One final stage. Okay? The first stage is power struggle. The second stage is speed and distance control. And the third stage is spin and trajectory control. So what is the final stage? The final stage is very simple. It's called free. F-R-E-E. Meaning, right now when I play golf, I'm free. I have no confusions. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly why I shoot a bad score. I know exactly why I play good. I know exactly why the ball is doing what. I play free golf. I enjoy playing free golf. Means I can have time to enjoy the conversation with my friends. Okay? And I don't have to drink too much on the golf course. I do drink sometimes, but I don't walk out a golf course where I don't know how to walk. Okay? The last and the final stage of playing golf is called free. You would play golf. It's such a difficult game with a very free mindset, where there's no confusion, there's no contradictions, but pure enjoyment. This game is so great. I mean, I love this game. I love golf. I have so much fun playing with a lot of my clients, friends. with Jason, we play best ball. I mean, I just have a lot of fun. And that's the reason why we want you guys learn FO golf, energy first golf. So that way you can get to that state where you're not worried about your swing mechanics. You're not worried about what happened with the ball, why something happens, and you have no idea what's going on. Okay? So that's the reason why we don't want you to learn golf with a dead clock is right twice mentality. Okay? And that mentality is not the way to learn golf. Because sometimes you just go, man, I thought that felt pretty good, right? But it doesn't work on the course. Or it doesn't work next day. It just completely fell apart. Because a lot of you are learning golf based on a lot of what I call the quick tips, positioning, this information, that information, a lot of training aids, co-hangers, those orange sticks. But remember, all of those training aids, all of those tips are just merely a peripheral or surface or icing of learning golf. You must harness the correct energy if you want to be free. All right? So, again, I know today I use the term dead clock right twice mentality to learn golf. I know a lot of people you will hear say, man, I think he sounds right, but I'm just confusing about that because sometimes I really play well and sometimes I don't. But again, the idea is that we want you to learn golf where you're no longer confused. Okay? It's such a complex game, but you should understand why and what is causing what. That's really what Energy First Golf, FO Golf is all about. All right? So, man, today is very exciting, and we got so many good things. I got just people back here. I'm very excited. I love this energy, and I got up this morning at 8 o'clock and had the doctor's appointment. My eyes are dilated, but I'm just pumped. I can go all day, and this is why I think I'm very fortunate. I'm doing what I love. So, with the support of people that help us, I can feel the energy in the room. And that just really drives me, So, Jason, do you have anybody asking questions?
No, not yet. Ray says hello, though. You remember Ray from the YouTube?
Ray?
Yeah.
Okay. Ray, how you doing?
So we were just talking about the sound, and everything's good because he was watching it on TV.
Okay, good. I'm glad the audio's. I mean, it really. This is actually, again, we started back in 2018. Of course, all the YouTube stuff, all the audios and cameras. I mean, I'm not a professional video photographer or, filmmaker. So we all try to perfect or make sure in the future our videos, our live stream, the qualities continues to improve. That's another reason why we want to have our own studio and more professional, okay? And that's one of the reasons why we want to get our own location. So again, without you guys watching our channel, without you guys supporting this idea of Energy First, Impact Later, and then we wouldn't be around. So it's really a I don't know what's the best word to say it. It's more of just this great idea I want to share with everyone, that everyone echoes with us, and I do believe in the long run, most of you will enjoy playing golf more. And also, we have a lot of requests right now. Like people from China, people from Japan, people from Europe, people from New Zealand and South Africa, South America. There are people asking us, hey, do you have a FO golf teacher that's locally here in our town or in our city? We'd like to visit. So that's something we definitely want to do. I mean, we want to make sure there are quality Afro golf coaches in the world. So that's our really just forever goal to achieve that. So looks like we have a question.
Yes, so Ray asked, how can I train my core power? Will wall ball help?
That's a very good question. So I'm assuming the wall ball is something like a, you know, you're against the wall.
Like a plastic?
Right. No, they're talking about it's a ball. The ball itself has a way they just throw it, and then
I actually did that in my workout.
yes, yes, it will help. It will help. But what I would recommend you guys to do when you first started, do not use something too heavy. Okay, use something very light, and also. This is very important. If you do the wall ball, do not try to do it where the wall is too far away from you. Okay? So right now you can see, if I'm standing over here, the wall is like maybe from here to there is about at 6 feet. I won't recommend that. Okay? If you do that, now remember, the golf muscles, when you train golf muscles, you don't train them when you first start with very fast movement. You try to train them with slow. So in other words, I'm going to do it this way so it's easier. So you can have a ball not too heavy. So what I want you to do is do not try to throw the ball to the wall that's very far. Short distance. Now if I'm doing this, obviously I'm training my right side movement. But short distance, okay, do that first. And you definitely want to make sure that you're engaging your core muscles for sure, right? Now obviously, you do the other side. So, but this is very important. Do not do it where the wall is too far from you, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because if the wall is too far from you, you will tend to try to throw it too hard where you will start to throw it with your chest and your shoulders. We don't want that. Okay, we do not want that. We want you to purely throw it just with your core. Okay? Now, once you find that feeling of a throwing with core, then perhaps you can increase the distance between the body and the wall. But remember, this is very, very important. Again, you need to make sure you are not throw it where the distance too far. I'm telling you, most people wouldn't know this, but you need to do it where it's very small. Okay, very small.
I was actually looking at a video we have, one of the first video, golf exercise for downswing. You are actually doing it with a ball. You're doing that practice right there.
Right.
But you are not throwing it.
No,
you
because
holding it right here.
correct. Because again, Jason, you're right. Because again, I'm saying if you do throw the ball, it can't be throwing it too much with your chest muscles, your shoulders, and your back. Okay, because remember, the muscles that's above your rib cage for golf is purely rotational. So I don't want you to create a movement where you go, lateral. We don't want that. We just want you to feel like everything is subtle, but you will feel it. Now, obviously, like I say, once you know how to do it correctly, you can absolutely increase the distance, but I wouldn't increase to where it's just too far, and that wouldn't be pointless. Okay. Again, everything I'm telling you now is based on my personal training. Understand the muscles, why the 2D muscles, why the 3D muscles, and what's the difference between controlling movement. And you'll be surprised if you do the movement very short, just with a nice controlled burst, but where your arms are not throwing the ball. You will feel your core, absolutely. Because that will consider what I call the isolation. Remember, whenever you train muscles, you must train muscles with isolation. Okay? Now again, Trust me, if I'm doing a burpee, you know, I go to gym a lot. I mean, there's no isolation. You just try to burn calories. And that's fine also, you know, when you do burpees or you do squats. And that's totally fine. But with golf training, you must isolate some areas when you are not swinging. This is not a golf swing. This is just training the muscles. Try to isolate the feeling. Absolutely. You absolutely have to do it very slow, and the range of movement doesn't have to be too big. Okay? If your range of movement is too big, a lot of people do this. Oh look, I got a very good turn. That's a waste of time. Okay? Because you will never do that when you swing the golf club. Okay? Alright, so we have another question?
Yes, another question is from Jason Zheng. So he's asking in Chinese, but I'm going to translate it.
Okay.
So he's saying that Alpha is saying all those core powers for learning golf. He's asking what's the most important practice at the beginning stage?
The beginning stage, now if you guys are watching our channel, alright, sorry, I'm gonna try to get the audio right. Perfect. Okay, so the beginning stage, understanding, we talked about learning golf as a martial arts. The simplest way I always tell people, learn to slow down. Learn how to slow down. Okay? Learning martial arts, learning golf, learning piano, really learning anything in the world, the most important thing is learn how to slow down. That's the reason why golf is so hard, because your human mind right now, when you see this ball, your mind is already reacting to the ball. Your mind is already going 3-4 paces ahead of your body. You see what I'm saying? So, again, you really need to start from the beginning, that step by step, learning how does my posture, my knee flex, how does my hip turn. You can literally do those stuff at home. You don't need to go to a range. You can literally just do, okay, how's my hip turn? And the truth is, remember, again, most people always ask me, well, I have a hard time finding my core, finding my hips. I'm like, well, you know, if your arms will look like this, if all the fast twitch muscles moving, you're not going to find the feeling here. I mean, that's how crazy golf is. If you're moving your arms, forget it. You got no feeling here. There's just no way you will find the feeling here, because your arms are moving. So if you want to find the feeling here, you know, you don't have to go to the gym, or you don't have to go to the golf course. Just do this. Find the feeling. Trust me. If you can do this at home, you learn how to slow down. Because also, slow down means you're training your slow twitch muscles. And the slow twitch muscles, they do not know how to move fast. You see? So, no way. Again, a lot of people say, well, do you mean when I slow down like this? I'm just going to move my arms, I'm going to turn. That's pretty slow, right? I'm like, Jim, you didn't move your body. Doesn't matter how slow you are with your arms. Your body didn't move. So, to answer that question, watch our videos and do most of the movement, especially when you're training your core and your legs, your hips. Do it very slowly, okay? And don't worry, if you do it very slowly, they will have muscle memory, because they are slow twitch muscles, okay? They will understand. The muscles in the big muscles in your legs and your core, it will understand, okay? And then eventually you can speed things up. So I know a lot of people started watching our channel and really finding our ideas refreshing. and also finding our ideas very rational. But I also understand how hard it is to learn it. But you must learn it not on the range, not on the course. Do exercises, do some of the drills that we talked about in our videos from the beginning. At home, isolation of the muscles, right? So you can see if I'm isolating the muscles, I didn't move my arms. All I'm doing is just turning my body. Okay? So if you're doing this right now, if you move your arms all like this, forget it. You're not going to feel it. This is why learning golf is so hard. But remember, when you learn how to play soccer or when you're playing football, guess what's moving? Your legs. Right? Everything's moving based on this. Yeah, you're going to learn it. You don't do that. So, think about what I'm saying to you guys, right? This is why golf is so hard, because everything in life, sports, you learn it based on reaction. But with golf, you must learn how to create. You must learn how to create energy. When you react to the ball, you're not creating energy. But when you learn to play soccer or football and basketball, you are reacting to an energy. So it's completely different. So keep that in mind, Like I say, if you really have trouble, send us an email, tell us where you at. We can do online teaching. We can do video analysis, right? Analyzing your video. And again, tell us where it is. Maybe we'll come see you one day, right? So, we have another question.
All right, so Rick's asking, actually this is a very good question for beginner, because he's asking, when I'm doing the backswing, can I stop on top position to check if it is correct, and then doing the downswing, or you have to be a one piece to finish?
No, you can absolutely check it. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys watched Tiger Woods. He had a special with Butch Harmon. This is something I give Butch credit. I didn't learn from Butch. I agree with Butch. And the truth is, you guys can see it that, he would tell Tiger, literally, stop from the top. But if you watch our video, I talked about, you need to turn the hips, turn the core, get to here, then put your right hand on, then swing. You can do that. But also the key point is this. This is important, okay? When you get to the top, because the ball is not moving, you must learn to really try to relax your shoulders. That's something you must learn how to do. Okay? Now that's something Tiger would never tell you, and Butch Harmon would never tell you. That's the difference. Because again, I'm telling you this because I went through an adult learning process. So if I go to here right now, if I get all tied up here, you're still not going to move your body. You're not going to weight transfer. So you got to go to the top. If you need to pause. That's totally fine. Have a cup of tea, whatever. Talk to your friends. Talk to your girlfriend and say, hey, how's your day, whatever. Relax and then swing. You can absolutely do that. Because the idea is that you need to relax, find the energy, and don't react to the ball. You're not supposed to react to the ball. So yeah, I highly recommend it. But again, I just want to add the information that when you're doing it, you got to learn how to relax your arms, right? But remember, relaxation doesn't mean like, oh, I'm noodly. No, you got to have structure. Everything's got to have structure. Everything got to have structure. So, but guess what? If you're doing what we just did and what we talked about, it requires a lot of discipline, which is what we talked about in our videos, in our website. It's called the discipline of the mind. You can absolutely control it. You can control it. Your mind can control your body. Okay? So, again, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? I learned golf as an adult. So, hopefully I answered that question. But really make sure you check the relaxation of your shoulders. And that's very important. Okay? And you can absolutely pause. And check everything. But check relaxation, right? Check everything, flat wrist, relax of the elbow. How's your grip pressure, right? How's your lower body structure? Relax, and then you swing, right?
Yeah, I just sent a video that why you need to relax your shoulder when playing golf.
Yeah, I mean that's. But again, trust me, I truly. I'm at the point right now when I see people on the range that struggle. I really feel, I'm at the point I feel bad for people. Okay, I really do. Because I'm at the stage where I play golf so free. When I'm at the course, I don't even think about the ball. I just go, there you go. So, I see a lot of people, they got all this training aids, coat hangers, they got the ball in the middle. Oh my God. But guess what? I used to do that. I used to do all of that stuff. So I get it. That's the reason why what we try to create is really a shortcut. Energy first, impact later is really a shortcut. It's still not easy, but it's a shortcut. So that way, when you learn it correctly, it's still a shortcut. Because you go dead clouds, right twice mentality, you just keep going back and forth. There's never a resolution. So, man, another question?
I'm asking, if the shoulder is relaxed, does the core need to be tight?
The core needs to be engaged. Again, the muscles. So, there's 3 states the muscles move. If you look at my bicep right now. So right now, when I do this, there's 0 engagement. Okay? So if I do this, now I have a little bit more of engagement. Okay, so when I say engage, also a lot of times we use the terminology proper pressure. But you don't need to flex. Flex is different. So when you go on the top of the swing, you gotta have proper engagement. You don't need to flex. This is flex. That's flex. We don't want you to do that. You do the flex feeling on the downswing. Okay? So there's relaxed state and there's a neutral state, which is connection. See right now, this is a connection state. And then there's engagement. Okay? And then there's flex. Okay? So again, the connection and relax, sometimes most people gets very confused between those two. So that's why I say there's 3. But the important thing is there's, because you got muscles in your body, right? So there's got to be some kind of control and connection and engagement of the muscles. So right now when I hold the club like this, so if I turn my body, believe me, there's connection. There is connection. Otherwise, it would look more like this. It'd just be more flailing, right? So there is connection. But guess what? I'm not reacting to the ball. I'm relaxed. My state of mind is very quiet. I have a structure. And I have relaxation, but connection and muscle engagement. Now I explode. But again, golf is so hard because our human body is learning a foreign body language. Means we try to learn how to rotate. Okay? Again, when you're doing squats right now, you don't even think about, I need to move my muscles up and down. See, But when you learn golf, yeah, that's why people say, man, I got all this stuff I gotta think about. Yes, but once you understand it, so now when I swing, I don't check if I'm relaxed. I mean, my body, my muscles has learned it. Just like, I don't need to worry about the muscle engagement or flexing when I'm doing squats. But again, golf is hard because your body is doing a foreign body language. It's a rotational movement. And our muscles are not made naturally to do that. We have a lot of 2D movement. 2D movement, right? 2D movement. Well, this is a rotational movement of the joint, right? But the difference with the golf swing is that you got to rotate to create a energy. So that's why it's difficult. Okay? We have another question? Not right now?
Yeah, that's it. You answer all his questions.
Good. I mean, really, today we record this on YouTube Live because it's very sort of, it's just lately we've been so busy, it's kind of last minute kind of thing. But I'm glad we did it. I have been wanting to do this dead clause right twice mentality. Again, I just want to throw out this term out there. Most people, if you understand what I'm saying, you can think about, like I say, we don't teach how to hit balls. We only teach how to swing through the ball with proper energy. And I don't even really like to use the word hit the ball anymore. I don't like the word hit anymore. Okay? If you look at our FO Golf logo, I like to use the word go. Go through the ball. Let's give it go. The word go is better than the word hit, in my honest opinion. Okay, hit is too much of an impact and too much of a position. All right. So today I really want to just we don't have any more questions, right?
Yeah.
Good. So how long have we been doing this now?
We just got 2 questions.
Oh, okay.
So I heard when backswing core will work like a spring expanding, whatever that means. Is it correct or not?
I mean, yes or no, because this question is purely dealing with that's why it's purely dealing with a personal feeling. Yeah, you can say that a spring, you're turning the spring and you're letting go the spring, right? If you're turning the spring, you're letting go the spring, and you create a sort of a different directional torque. I mean, this to me is so personal. If you are taking lesson in front of me, I would say, yeah, if I won't disagree with that feeling. Let's just put it that way. Okay? But remember, on the downswing, including that feeling, you still have to make sure you got a lot more hip rotation, weight transfer. So you can have that springy feeling with your core and your obliques, and that's completely fine. Okay? I mean, I get what you're asking and what you're saying, but this is exactly why, believe me or not, if you ask a lot of my clients, long-time clients like Peter, Kevin, I actually let them use their own terms as long as we understand that we are on the same page. Because, like some people say, I feel like I'm scooping the ice cream, or some people say, I feel like I'm fanning through, or some people feel like I'm saying, hey, I'm bending down more. So, people, you will use your own language. But remember, the idea is you will always go back to the 4 words. Energy first, impact later. So, that's the reason why when I teach golf, because I understand what energy first, impact later means. So there's certain information that goes to my head or I hear, I will go, yes, that's good. Keep using that information. You're good. This is just your own words. We're not going to refute that, because whatever triggers your mind to learn correctly, more power to you. But there are some things like hitting down on the ball, squatting down. I'm like, no, whoa. We can't have that. I mean, there's just certain things are fundamentally wrong and fundamentally it's flawed for golf instructions. Just like the word hitting the ball. I don't like the word hit. I would never use the word hitting the ball. So, all right.
All right. So Qian asks, hi, thanks for the video. I have a question. After I learn to swing inside out, I either go straight right or hook. Maybe it's because my arm rotation is not consistent.
That to me, you can say that, but I will also debate, is your inside out correct inside out? Meaning, if I see your swing, I can almost, to be honest with you, just based on my experience teaching, your inside out is most likely created with your arms, not with your body rotation. So in other words, your body may be standing up. Then that's really, I'm going to tell you, I'm 100% certain that your body is standing up. Okay, so you may be creating an inside out movement with your arms, but your body is changing the spine angle. So it means your body rotation is not consistent. And this is very common. Absolutely common. Okay. So that to me, you should look into your swing, see if your body's moving up and down or not. It means if you're changing your spine angle, if you have early extension. All right?
All right, so that question, I'm going to try my best to translate, but if not, I can repeat it in Chinese. So he's asking, he's not able to practice the downswing separation. He's saying that he's able to do it one step at a time, but he's not able to do it all in one swing.
That to me, I would probably have a couple questions for you. One, what is his definition of full swing? Because a lot of times, if you're full swing, if you have, see, that's why it's so important to understand what they're asking. If you're full swing, if I see your full swing right now, if I see you overswing, because remember, a lot of people, when you say full swing, your full swing could be defined as how high your arms are, then you're not going to be able to downswing correctly. Because if you overswing, you're not going to. Remember, guys, the definition of a full swing is not about how high your arms are going. It's about how proper your rotation is. So from this position, I could have a full swing. Our full swing of a definition at full golf is purely about, you get to hear, do you recognize how much power you're exerting and speed? If based on that question, if you have a hard time creating separation, all that, chances are you're already overswing. Means you already have, guess what? Power contradiction. So you're at the first stage, it's called the power struggle. And that's also very, very common. And also, that tells me you have tension on your shoulders. Your shoulders not relaxed. And that's another reason why you have a hard time creating downswing sequence and separation. So I know, but trust me, I have seen, there's not one problem I have not seen, but that's the reason why when we talk about golf instruction, all the 4 stages that I have mentioned to you guys, it will explain to you why there's certain things that you're not able to do. Because I'll say this many videos ago, most amateurs, you are in a power struggle stage. Okay, most amateurs. Okay, so I know some people say, well, I can still shoot in the 80s. I say, well, okay, yeah, I used to shoot in the 80s by playing baseball. I used to swing like this. Zero body movement, I shoot in the 80s. Again, I always believe you can play golf any which way you want. You can hit a ball like this, field hockey. You're still playing golf. But we at Full Golf, remember, we want to preach a correct way to learn golf. Swing, not just hitting the ball. I can shoot in 80s hitting the ball. I mean, I can shoot in the 80s by using a putter. Just hit the ball. I'm still shooting the 80s. But that's not what we are about. Alright?
So I just sent them the video of how to create golf downswing separation. Believe it or not, that's actually our highest viewed video in the English channel.
It's because a lot of people have a hard time doing that. It's because a lot of people, again, if you overswing, that's why golf is crazy. I mean, people tell me, man, I have a hard time weight transfer. I'm like, how are you going to weight transfer? You're all the way up here. You already wind up here. How are you going to weight transfer here? Because all this stuff is going to come down. You know, you're not going to. But, you know, the craziest thing is because most people go, well, I feel like I don't have any power. Yes, it's because your human mind is so used to power here, you think it's okay. But it ain't okay if you try to learn how to swing. Okay? Yeah, you can hit the ball, but it ain't okay if you try to learn swinging. See, this is exactly why, I mean, I truly believe, you know, I truly believe this is the reason why golf is so confusing for most people. It's because, again, Jason, are we the only people in the world talking about power struggle?
Yes.
Right? I mean, I seriously, like, if you're learning golf as a human being, you're going to have a power struggle. That's it. So let's just go from there. You know, you cannot assume, oh man, I got all this power here, I can play golf. Yeah, you can, but you're not going to swing. Which is why in the long run, most people say, well, I don't know, I don't have a golf swing. Do I have a golf swing? I'm so inconsistent. I'm like, well, you know, where do we start? You know, how can we make you understand that you are in the power struggle stage? Why I'm saying that? Because I used to be in a power struggle stage. I used to be a bodybuilder. I'm in the gym lifting weights every day. I'm a certified personal trainer. So I'm playing golf like I'm freaking killing the ball. Yeah, I shoot 80s. Sometimes I break 80s, but go right back to 90 the next day. So I'm like, man, why am I not improving? It's because you have power contradiction. So, yeah, I just, man, it's amazing to me. Golf is just, it's fascinating. I mean, I can talk about golf all day. Really, all the answers, for all the questions in the world is pretty simple because there's only 4 stages. The first stage, if you have a power struggle, and that's it. You know, you gotta overcome the power struggle stage. I mean, that's that simple. Because why there's first stage? It's because when you learn something, when you learn anything, there's gotta be a proper steps, procedures you take. Yes, you can go out there and just pound the ball, but doesn't mean you're playing golf. So, yeah, we have a question?
So he's asking, some people saying short swing hit longer is right?
Again, the definition, that's a great question. We actually explain it. A short backswing, a long backswing, if you see a tour player, John Ram, Dustin Thomas, remember, guys, the definition of a short and long backswing has nothing to do with how do you bring your arms up. It has everything to do with your capability of a rotation, creating energy and momentum. If I'm John Ram, you all know how John Ram looks like. He's not by all means fit, so he's got a lot of girth. He's going to turn here, and he's going to downswing. That's his full swing. Meaning, he's going to turn to here, exert 100% of lower body speed and torque, and finish his swing. That's his full swing. Then if you got someone like Dustin Johnson, long and skinny and tall, his momentum of rotation is going to be much bigger because he's skinnier, he's got less girth. When he turns, his momentum of a rotation is going to throw the arms much higher. So his full swing ain't going to be the same as John Rahm's full swing. So he's going to throw his arm much higher based on center, core, hip rotation. Arms are higher, and then he still does this. Remember, neither of those players or none of the PGA, LPGA Tour player is bringing the arms up look like this. Nobody's doing this. Okay? They are turning. They are turning. So, depending on body type, tall, fat, skinny, short, bigger torso, short legs, longer legs, shorter torso, you're not going to see the similar rotation, right? I mean, everybody's got different body. And also, different time, different tempo. But they all turn, creating momentum and acceleration. So it really has nothing to do with short backswing, long backswing. It's just based on who they are, how is their body dimensions, how do they turn, what is their momentum of the rotation, and what type of speed, how much percentage of exhaustion going that way to define, is this a full swing? Is this a half swing? Is this a quarter swing? Because the purpose of a golf swing is try to propel the ball to a target. The energy to a target. It ain't about, let's make sure I make contact. So that's why it's not about short, long swing. Okay? It's about how you rotate your body and how to use that rotation to create exhaustion of energy and power go the other way. So yeah, some people have short backswing, some people have long backswing. I personally, I have a quote-unquote medium. You know, I don't have too long, I don't have too short. Okay? So, I know this is why, but again, I always say that golf swing is not that complicated. It's complex, but it's not complicated. The terminology that we use is called the momentum or inertia of the rotation. I mean, really, I couldn't come up with any better words to describe that. Momentum of the rotation. With relaxation, then you can accelerate. Because why? I'm not thinking about hitting balls. So my muscles is not going to go, oh, there's my ball I got to react to. I'm not reacting to the balls. So you can see in my mind right now, because I think I'm really fortunate and lucky, you know, when we come up with energy first, impact later. Because I'm just saying, well, don't worry about impact. You just let it go, right? But you're not going to release the club correctly if you have power that's coming from your chest and your arms and your shoulders. So there's no release. You cannot dunk the ball of a basketball except that, you know, there's just, you can't release. It's really that simple. It's physics. You must have energy to release. You cannot have power here, expect to release. You just can't. That's not how things are made. It means a car's got to have a energy and a motor that turns. Right? So you got to have energy and a motor that turns. So you got to have engine and transmission. Or with Tesla, you got battery and a motor. The motor releases the energy. The motor does not create energy. But if you're hitting the ball, you're using the chest muscle and the arms to create energy, then your arms can't release. There's no way you can release properly. Yeah, the ball's still going to go out. I mean, it's always going to go out. But going back to, you're not going to be consistent. So you're going to be working on dead claws right twice mentality. So, all right. So, should we conclude for today? Man, it was exciting for today.
Yeah, that was exactly 1 hour, and we answered all the questions.
Perfect. So again, I really appreciate, I mean, I feel the love, man. I feel the energy. I mean, like I say, we're going to be doing this a lot. I mean, please support us, you know. I think it's really for a good, not just for, it's a good cause. I believe you learn golf correctly, you'll be very healthy, your mindset will be better, you wouldn't be frustrated, you'll be free. And I think it's better for the society, right? And for life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right.